Hey guys,
Lady P made
this
sure she
is
rubbed it in last week.
radio host Lady P. We've got cousin Howard, we've got Ben and Nan for the Battle of the Sexes portion of the new relationship show. So we thank you for joining us. We are super excited to be here. We thank you for joining us on our new time. We started last week with our new time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. So in case you missed it last week, cousin Howard wasn't here. So what had happened was Team Pink won. Team Pink won, and actually, Team Pink won in the tiebreaker. So it actually was a really close match. You know, we had some issues with Ben trying to say stuff about his wife. I'm still telling too. I don't care. But because what we did last week is that we allowed a second lifeline, which was the option of looking in the comments, and if someone commented and it was an answer that you weren't sure, you could pick one of those as your second lifeline, or you could choose your mate. So in this case, Ben had his mate, Charlene, come, and she got the question right for them. So it ended up going to a tiebreaker, but Team Pink prevailed, I'm just saying. So, Nan, since Team Pink won last week, you have the choice of whether you want to go first or you want Team Blue to go first this week. It's your choice.
Team Blue can go first. We went first last week.
All right. So, Team Blue, Ben, you ready? You ready for this?
Yes, it can be.
Okay.
Let's do this, Ben.
Oh, geez. Here
Show
you
them
go.
that we gave it to them last week, even though I wasn't here.
No, like I said, it was really close, and it was tied. We went to the tiebreaker, so it was really not like we blew you out, but we did win, I'm just saying. So anyway, Ben, your first question is this. If you were born in May, what would be your birthstone? Okay? Here are your options. A, pearl, B, emerald, C, diamond. Would you like your 10 seconds?
Yeah, say that again.
Your options are the question.
What's the choices again?
Your choices are A, pearl. Charlene, you better not help him because he was talking about you last week. I'm going to tell you, I see you sitting back there. He was talking about you bad last week. I'm just saying. But anyway,
Woman, give the man the answer.
Okay, Ben, your options are this. A, pearl, B, emerald, C, diamond. So, you want your 10 seconds? What you want?
Yeah, give him my 10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And tell her she can help you if she want. I know it's all love in the household, so what's your what you going with?
I think diamond.
Is that your final answer?
No. I'm gonna go with emerald.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yay!
Now that was correct, but I'm gonna tell you, I didn't see cousin making no facial expressions. But I will say that last week when I looked back at the show, when you had a question that was probably wrong, Jamie was like, so I'm just saying we're not having no cheating tonight.
What?
I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. But that was correct.
But I never be looking at cousin Howard.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, you can't
Because
see.
because I'm into the question, so I'm thinking from my head, you know.
Oh. So what made you change your mind with this one? It was eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
No, something that came up the last second.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so the second question is this. What was Brad Pitt's first hit movie? Your options are these. A River Runs Through It. B, Thelma and Louise. C, Interview with a Vampire. Would you
I'm
like
gonna
to...
use my lifeline.
Cousin, he's using his lifeline.
Thelma and Louise, B.
Yay!
Okay, so that's 2 correct. Your third question is this. What play is Pretty Woman modeled after? The movie Pretty Woman. What play?
Pretty woman.
Pretty Woman. What play is it modeled after? Because it's modeled after a play. Your options are this: A, The King and I; B, My Fair Lady; C, Guys and Dolls. Would you like your 10 seconds?
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, I'm contemplating allowing you to use a second lifeline today if you would like. It's up to you.
A second lifeline.
Which, like we did last week, not from Cousin Howard, no. It would have to be in the comments.
Is that a trick?
Pardon me?
Is that a trick?
No, I'm trying to be, oh my Jesus, I'm trying to be nice and give you an option. But I mean, I'm just saying, because I'm thinking we're going to continue with that, allowing you guys to either get it from the comments or from someone that's in your household. So did you want that option, or did you want to just give us your answer?
No, give me the options again.
The options are A, The King and I; B, My Fair Lady; C, Guys and Dolls.
I'm gonna use my second option then.
Okay, so that would mean asking someone in your household to help you with the answer? Because there's nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so do that. Do you have someone in your household to ask?
Yeah.
Okay, go ask. Hurry, though. And tell her we love her. She get a chance to meet Cousin Howard because he's on tonight. Because she was looking for you, cousin, last week. She wanted to say hello because she heard a lot about you.
Oh, really?
Probably all bad things, I'm sure. Probably all terrible things, I'm sure.
You wish, huh?
I'm just saying. She said, oh, I want to meet Cousin Howard. I heard so much about that. I was like, probably all bad things, I'm sure. Because it's really not much great things we have to say about Cousin Howard. Because Cousin Howard played too much. But I love you, you know.
Really?
You my cousin for my whole life. So, I love you. So what you got, Ben? Did your lifeline help you out? I can't hear you. Are you muted?
Can't hear you.
Hello?
Sorry, not really, but I'm gonna go with what is that second option?
My Fair Lady.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Is that based on conversation with your lifeline? Or you just picked that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Your final choice, final answer?
Yeah.
Yay!
So that was correct. So that's 3 right for Team Blue. And if you get a chance before y'all finish, I do want her to get a chance to say hi to cousin. So if she wants to come on and say hi to her. You want to say hi to Cousin Howard?
Let me take off my thing.
Okay. All right. Well, before we finish, okay. So that's three correct for team. Say hi to Cousin Howard.
Hi, how are you?
And I'm not gonna let you help him no more because you be making him win, so you can't help him no more. But good job.
You know how the women roll, right?
I know, but you can't be helping. I think I'm gonna have to change that up because.
No, I think you have it hard because you have 2 of them. You got Cousin Howard and Ben both teaming up on you.
That's what I said.
I know.
Little old me, I
Don't
know.
encourage
They
that.
just be
Please
doing me
don't
so
encourage
wrong.
that.
I just
know.
find all the time how they do me. So we need some female solidarity. So when you give him the answer, make sure the next time
what
it's
do you
wrong.
call that? What do you call that?
All right, nice meeting you.
All right.
Likewise.
Okay, take care.
All right. Bye, honey. All right. Okay, Nan, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, cuz, give her
You
question.
sure?
Jesus.
I'm ready.
Can you hear me good?
I
He's
can.
such a booty head.
And I want 3 minutes just like Ben had. But I'm ready.
Okay.
So go ahead on.
That's for one question.
Question 1. Where would you use a Roto-Rooter? A, on your lawn. B, on a block in a block drain. Or C, in your car.
Would you like your 10 seconds?
Block drain.
Ah, she didn't even
From
do
an
her
Atlantic.
10
Yay!
She ain't asked for her 10 seconds. She was right. Go ahead with your next question. I'm trying to save us some time because we spent extra time on Team Blue. So go ahead on with your next question. Good job, man.
All right. What is the product WD, a multi-purpose?
Whoa.
No.
What's the question?
What is the product WD?
Is that
A,
the
multi-purpose.
Look at the question because I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it too.
It's WD-40. You don't see the 40 on there? You stopping at WD. She won't know.
Right, I was going to say, what is...
Yeah, what is the, he said it twice. Like he trying to make you get the wrong answer. He played too much. Ben, you heard that too. It ain't just me. You heard him, right? He said twice. What is the product WD? What the heck is WD?
All right.
Yeah.
Will
My
Davis?
apologies.
I'm just saying. Okay. But go ahead on with the question. I'm sorry.
Yes, Will Davis. Okay.
Will
Anything
Davis.
else you want to say? What is the product WD-40? A, a multi-purpose screwdriver. B, a lawnmower. Or C, a general purpose lubricant.
Lubricant.
Is that your final answer?
Yay!
I'm just saying. Okay. So the third question, Cousin Howard, please.
Is that general purpose or multi-purpose? Lubricant.
That helps with squeaky doors and everything else.
And let me tell you something. What it actually cleans the cooktop from my stove. It got it like perfectly clean. I didn't know that it did that. So did I miss something? Cause y'all laughing like it's something I missed.
I guess they're assuming a different lubricant, but yeah.
Oh, see, y'all so nasty. We trying to have a clean show, and y'all talking. See, y'all nasty. You see? Mm-hmm. Come on.
Isn't this a relationship show?
Well, I'm gonna leave that. This is the battle of the sexes. We ain't talking about no stuff like that, cousin. But maybe I'll throw some questions in like that next time. Cousin, what's your third question? Oh Lord, you can't get. Come on. And remember, Nan, you got a lifeline on this last one in case you don't know. Okay, go ahead with your third question.
What is Daytona famous for? A, racing cars. B, brewing beer. Or C, running up the bulls.
Why I can't see the top of your head? You gotta adjust your. Jesus, be offense all around. Adjust your camera, please, because I'm looking on the live stream and it's like cut off, like right here. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay, so did you hear the question and the options, and did you want to use your lifeline or?
Repeat the question. He was still busy laughing about that lubricant.
I know they such children.
Children. You liking that? You sound like you're a friend. You've been using WD?
We're not going to answer that question on the grounds that it ain't your business.
Self-incrimination.
Come on with your third question, boy. Jesus, we're going to start off like this. What is your third question?
It's something about Daytona.
What is Daytona for famous?
Oh, he can't even get the question out. Lord Jesus.
You talking about me?
Would you like me to ask the question? Or you got it?
A, racing cars. B, brewing beer. C, running off the bulls.
You said, what is Daytona known for?
Right.
Yes. Famous for.
Racing cars.
Yay!
Yay!
And I would
And
like
motorcycles.
I would like to note that my team did not have to use any lifelines and still got 3 correct. But however, since we tied, we will go for a
Of
tie
course.
break.
Because you sent her the answers.
No, I didn't.
No,
No, I
Daytona
didn't.
is.
See, she
Daytona has
don't
bike
listen
week,
to
so I
cousin
know
Howard.
that one.
Cousin be on that foolishness. So no, I sure didn't. So anyway, we're going with our tiebreaker now. This one is about another black sitcom or show or whatever from back in the day. So, on the show Living Single, what was the name of the guy with the dreadlocks that was real bougie and his roommate was Overton? What was his
Kyle.
name? I didn't hear you.
Kyle.
Yay!
Ben been saying it, but his mic was off. I saw Ben said it, and his mic was off.
What you mean his mic was off? He's not muted.
His phone is something wrong with his phone because I could read his lips.
You could read his lips. Boy, if you...
Yes.
Jesus, be a friend, Oliver. You know, seriously?
No,
Ben, what you saying it?
no, because
Huh?
she beat me by a millisecond. So
Okay. But honestly, I didn't hear you, Ben. So what that means, fellas, is that Team Pink has won 2 weeks in a row. We've got one more week in the month, which is next week. But regardless of what
Well, you
happens,
well, it's a tiebreaker next week. Because
no, because
won
we
two
got
and then
2
y'all
to
won two.
we got 2-0. How is it a tiebreaker?
No,
How you forget 2 to 0?
what you mean 2-0?
Because we
It's
won
2-2.
last week and we won this week.
And we
And
won
what about
the week
prior
before.
two?
We didn't have a show the week before. That was Super
The
Bowl.
first weekend.
The first weekend was Super Bowl. We didn't have a show. We're only having 3 shows this month. So,
So then, okay, if that's true, that means that we won December.
December.
I mean January.
You won January. That's true.
Did win January, yes.
You did win
Okay.
January. Oh, don't be
Okay.
getting you know what? See how
Okay.
you act? I gave
No, we
you an
just-
extra
we just wanna
lifeline,
make it
and now
straight.
you questioning.
Now we just want to make it straight. That's all.
You just want to make sure. Yes, we understand that you guys won December because we let you win. January, you won on your own. And now February, we've got one more show. Now, we can do
Okay.
a blowout and win all 3 weeks. I mean, I'm just saying, right now,
that would-
we won the month already. But we're going to do next
well,
week
keep
to see if
hope
y'all can
alive.
get on the at least get one win in for the month. But because there are only 3 weeks that we did the show this month, it's gonna be where we won the month. But you know, you might be able to get on the board. So you know, we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Don't be discouraged. It's okay.
So-
Don't be discouraged.
We are not discouraged.
So then February, you already got it.
Yeah,
So
we
let's
already
begin on
we
March.
already want no, because you have a chance next week to get on the board. And also, you're saying you don't want to do another show till March because y'all mad because you lost. You
Well, see,
don't, you don't want to at
it would
least
be
try to get on the
possible.
board.
Even if we win next week, it still be possible for us. It will still be impossible for us to win February. So let's start in March.
But you will get a chance to get on the board rather than being blown
Okay.
out. Because
Okay.
now if it's
All
2
right.
to, you understand? It's
All
gonna
right,
be
we'll
2 to,
give you a break.
what?
That's all right. We'll give you a break. Since it was
Okay, so we
since
do,
it was
so
Valentine's
no more
Month, we'll give you a break.
more Battle of the Sexes till March. So next week we just won't do Battle of the Sexes. We'll do the other portions of the show because y'all scared to try to get on the board. But it's
Scared.
okay. I mean, you know, it is what it is. We good.
Look,
We good
it
with
went
that.
to the wire both weeks.
Huh?
It went to the wire both weeks, so we won't be scared next week.
Oh, but I thought you ain't want to do a show next week.
It's up to you.
I think we should do a show and give you the opportunity to get on the board because if we
Don't,
win,
don't, don't
listen,
patronize us.
if we win
Do not
all,
patronize us.
if we win all 3 weeks, you will never
Do
live
not
that down. Because
patronize
what
us.
that means is we blew you out for the whole month. It wasn't a thing of 2 to 1 or whatever. It's we blew you out for the whole month because we got everything right after y'all was talking all that junk in January. So I personally think we should do a Battle of the Sexes next week. But, you know, if y'all scared and, you know,
Okay.
if your little feelings hurt because you
We
done
ain't
lost
scared.
twice. I mean, you know, we trying to
Then
be
we'll
sensitive
be back
to
next
y'all
week.
feelings. Oh, you going to be back?
That's right. That's right. Since it was very close the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was. It was. Okay. Then we
We'll
will.
give you that.
Okay, so then we will see you guys next week. It was a great show. Nan, I love you. You did it. You pulled it off. Hallelujah. So anyway, you guys have an awesome week.
All right, I'll continue to watch.
Awesome, because we
All
have an
right.
interesting
All right.
topic. All right. So we'll see you next time.
Okay.
Thank you.
All
All right.
right.
Thank you too.
All
You have a
right.
good one.
You too.
You too.
Bye. Oh, Lord. Okay, so, Cousin Howard, your camera, oh, there you go. What you eating? Jesus. Okay, anyway, so, I did not hear confirmation from Jamian and Naomi whether they'd be joining us, but we do know that they are both in Houston, and Houston had some big issues this week. So,
Yeah, I know. I've been seeing it on the news.
yeah. So even though people have their power, there's like a lot of issues with water and lack of drinking water because of the cold, and because they're not a northern state, they don't know that when you get sub-zero, you need to, you know, keep the water running to. And this is not even just residential, because apparently the water treatment plant didn't do that, and yeah, so which is why they're on the boil water thing. And I know they're having a rough time. So I hadn't heard back, so I really wasn't sure if they would be able to join us. But I think you and I can cover these topics, you know, plus whatever comments we get in the chat. So, our topic of the week is this. Can a woman or man be in love with more than one person? Why or why not? I'll let you take it
Really?
first.
The only way she can lie to herself and say she's in love or he's in love with more than one is if they don't love themselves. And if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. No matter how hard you try, you just going through the motions. Right? That's like you run into a lot of people and they go out with Tom at 10 o'clock, come back home at 11, go out with Harry at 11:30, come back home at 12:30, go out with, 4 or 5 different people in one day. And they talk about, man, I love all of them. Really? Ask them to spell the word love, or ask them what it means. They have no idea. Right? And the same goes for man or woman. They cannot honestly say they love nobody without lying to themselves first.
So you said ask them what love means. What's your definition of love?
Of love?
I mean, you just
It
said
means
they
that
don't know what love means, so what would
love
you say
is just giving yourself to one single person, not 4 or 5 different people. Love is understanding. Love is being there for that person through thick and thin, hell and high water, as they say. You don't just, love isn't something that you can pull out your pocket and, I ain't going to give you this no more and put it back. That you can't do that. That's not love. That's lust. A lot of people are in lust, and they like the way a certain person treat them, so they don't want to let that go. They hold on to that. Right? And then another person might treat them like crap, and they're willing to let that go and fill that space with somebody else. Something is wrong mentally with somebody that could sit down and tell you, I love two men or I love two women. It's not humanly possible. You're lying to one of them and you're lying to yourself. Regardless of what you may want to think that, oh, I'm the man or I'm the woman, I got two men or I got two women. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because all you're going to do is lie to yourself for God knows how long till you realize you're lying to yourself. But if you love one, there's not enough room in your heart to genuinely love another, unless it's a family member. Then that's a different kind of love. You can love your family and you can love your spouse, but you can't love two spouses. It's not possible. Not in my book. It's not.
Okay. Well, my thought on it, and it was interesting because I had posted this question on my Facebook page and had a lot of interesting comments on it. And my thought is this: you can love many people. We're encouraged to love everyone, but being in love is totally different than loving. You can say, like, when you break up with somebody or your ex, whatever, you have love for them. You love them, but you're not in love with them. So the question is, can someone be in love with more than one person? And I would say no, because, you can love many people. So let's say now they're talking about can someone be in love with two people, right? So the way I would see that working would be is if they have love for the first person, they meet the second person, they have love for them, and it turns into they fall in love with them. But if you're in love with the first one, then the second one would never come into play. So
Exactly.
that's my thought on it. The way it would be more than one is that the number one is you just have love for them. For whatever reason, over time they've done ABC for you, and you love them for that. They've been supportive or things like that. But the actual being in love, and going biblical, where it talks about what the definition of love is. Love is long suffering and kind, doesn't look for its own interest, bears all things, hopes all things, believes all things. That type of in love, if you had that type of in love for the first person, there wouldn't be a second person. Now, if you just, cared for and you had love for the first person, but, it wasn't like you were in love with them, you are glad that they've done whatever they've done for you, and, you will always love them for whatever reason, but it's different. So because of that, then that leaves room for someone to come where you actually have the in-love type of emotion where your heart is tied up with them, where you're not looking for your own interest. You're looking for something that's going to benefit that other person because you're truly in love for them. You're willing to put their needs, above yours, which, I don't think you should, but I'm just saying. But that's where, I'm just saying, that's,
I don't know if I'll put nobody else's needs ahead of mine.
Right. But I mean, okay, so in the case of, and this is still not the in love thing, but when I even talk about that, a parent with a child, right? So let's say you go somewhere, it gets really, really cold. You cold, but your child is cold. You're going to put their needs before yours in that you're going to give them your coat.
That's a different
No, but I'm saying
type of
it's
love.
still not the same as, as your mate. But I'm saying when I talked about putting their needs before yours, or maybe having their needs be as important as yours, where it's not all about you. So you put what it is, you're willing to compromise on something. Right. Exactly, as opposed to someone you have love for, and they be like, can you do? No, I'm not getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to take you nowhere. But someone that you're in love with, you will inconvenience yourself, set your alarm to get up to take them wherever it is they got to go. And that's in love, and if it ain't reciprocated, I say don't do it again. But I'm just saying that's just my take on it. So I think that we are on the same page with that. So let's move into the letter, unless you had anything else, because the letter has a lot that we need to unpack. So, figure we might as well have a little humor now, because this letter is real serious. So, So you ready to move on to that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the letter goes like this. Dear Lady P, I have a daughter with a man who was single when we conceived and married before her birth. I was 41, he was 29. He asked if I had children, and I told him I did not, and had several unsuccessful attempts to conceive in a prior relationship. I figured I could not have children. We dated less than 2 months before I was pregnant. Despite this, termination was not an option for me. I learned about his wedding plans the day of my 3-month scan, which he attended with me, and at which time he shared his excitement about having a black child. We are both Afro-Caribbean. He is in an interracial marriage with a woman who has 3 of his children and is a stepmother to another girl by him. When I learned this at 4 months pregnant, I moved on. As of now, his wife does not know about my child, who is nearly 3. I am not sure I should be the one to reveal this news. I do not want him. If he can cheat on her, I know he will cheat on me. However, interactions between us have become complicated. When he comes to visit, he expects to have sex with me. I have made clear to him I do not want to have sex with him anymore, but twice in the last months, he has forced himself on me. He has pinned me down and pulled off my clothes despite my protests after visiting and putting our baby to sleep. I have fought and told him no to no avail. I did not have my father growing up, so I try not to deny contact between my daughter and her father, but my boundaries are not respected. What should I do? Signed, Baby Daddy Drama. So, cousin, you want to give me your thoughts on that first?
This girl's some new kind of idiot.
Really?
I'm sorry. I'm going to be real blunt, because I was with her right up to the part where she's like, she said no to no avail. How is she saying no? Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want that. Don't do that. Tell him. Boy, this ain't yours no more. You touch me, you going to jail. Guaranteed. Because it's rape. No matter how you look at it, it's rape. Okay? Now, if she's enjoying being raped, then keep it moving. Don't say nothing. Don't write the letter. Just keep giving it up and pretend you don't want it. A lot of kids don't have their father in the home and still maintain a relationship. Okay? You want to keep your daughter to maintain a relationship with her dad because you didn't have your dad around? I respect that. That's fine and dandy. Do that. Okay? But, one, why is he still there after she goes to bed? Okay? She's asleep. Time for you to bounce. Okay? Don't stick around and be coming on to me, But he already knows her weak spots. So he's going to keep doing that. He did it the first time and she didn't say do nothing.
Hey, Naomi.
So.
Hello.
Hey,
how are you faring? Looks like you have lights.
I have lights.
Thank goodness. How about water?
We just got the okay to use the water about an hour and a half ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you don't have to boil anymore.
Right.
Good. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Still use drinking water, baby. Don't believe them. Buy a drinking water and drink that. And cook
We
with
just
that.
want to take a shower.
Right? I'm just saying. You know,
We
like
just
wash
want to
your
take
body.
you're on a totally different level. We just
Right.
want to take a shower.
Right? You talking about drinking water? We trying to take a shower. We trying to get clean, okay?
We
Shucks.
just want to get clean.
Right? Oh my goodness. I mean, I've been watching, you know, on the news, and I just,
Hey,
you
y'all
know,
got up to a little warmer degree today, huh?
Yeah, today it was nice outside.
like to
today.
50s, right?
Yeah.
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 Because
It
I
was
had
nice
heard
today.
that by the weekend it would get back, but it's so many things that, you know,
It's the recovery.
right. You know,
Yeah.
because all the water pipes that burst, and I couldn't even
Yeah.
imagine dealing with that. And the thing about it is what I found interesting, and this is, you know, I guess, I don't know, just my mind going, but what they said is that the last time something like this happened was about 100 years ago, right? Now, think about this. When they were talking about it on the news, they're saying it's unprecedented. Now, you know, this is a term we've heard since COVID started. Everything is unprecedented. But then you go back and you think about COVID and the pandemic. The last time they had a pandemic was in 1918, 102 years ago.
120
You know, so it's like,
years ago.
so it's like, what, you know, it's, to me, it's just like something to just make you go,
What is this all about? Yeah.
Exactly.
They say history does nothing but repeat itself. So
Exactly.
True.
And it's just,
Yeah.
you know, timing. I'm like, wow, 100 years to that, 102. You know, it's like, wow, okay.
yeah.
So that was just something that came to me. So I know I kind of went off of topic, but I'm glad that you have water. I'm glad you have power, because I think when we spoke earlier the week, your power was coming intermittently, right?
Yeah. For like an hour at a time.
Right.
Enough time to charge the phone, and then it'll go back out. Stay out for what seemed like forever.
And then it's cold in
And
the houses, you know, because
It's very
I know
cold in the
here when we had like a cold snap and I refused to put the heat on. I think the house got down to 68, and I was, you know, and my kids were like, "Oh my God, mommy, it's cold." And I can't imagine. They were saying some houses were like in the 40s or less than
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say we would have lived for 60. We
Right.
would have lived for 60 something.
Right.
That would have been great.
You know, and they're telling you to layer clothes. But see, it's like some things that, you know, I grew up in Detroit. So some things, you know, being up north, as far as trying to seal up like where the cracks are under the doors, the windows, to kind of keep the cold air out, you know, put towels under the doors, or, you know, something to kind of,
Right.
you know, to keep the warmth in. But, you know, that you wouldn't know. We know that when it's sub-zero, to keep the pipe, you know, keep the water turned on at a trickle. But that's something, you know, from living up north. So, you know, you can't expect someone that's never had to deal with sub-zero.
But we did know that.
Oh, y'all
Well,
didn't know about the trickling?
Well, at least this household did.
Okay.
We did know that, and maybe part of that is our upbringing, because you know there were times when we lived in a house that when it got cold,
The
it didn't have to be
pipes froze.
freezing,
Okay.
but when it got cold, to keep the air from coming, because we didn't have the right kind of ventilation
Got you.
under the door, we had to do things like that, or we were always told in the
Or put
country,
the
seal up
plastic
the
on
windows.
the windows. Yep.
Put the we were always told to do those types of things when it got cold, when it got super cold, or even when it got super hot, you know, to keep the
Right,
heat
to
out
keep
or
the
to
heat
keep
out,
the cold.
right. Mm-hmm.
So there's some value in growing up in the country. There's some value.
Right. And I think a lot of
just in
people,
growing up
you
in the
know,
country,
didn't know
yeah.
that information, just judging by some of the images I saw on the news where you just saw like water raining down from the ceiling. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, and you figure you come back home and, you know, your house is on the water. You know, I was like, wow,
Agree.
craziness. But
And then, you know, in Detroit, the house just wasn't built. The houses just aren't built here for that type.
Yeah. True.
just the city isn't built to handle that type of weather.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, and it seemed like how
That's the main thing. The whole
different
city
areas
just
are
isn't
built.
built
Yeah. Mhm.
different. Yes.
Because,
In fact, when you mentioned Detroit, when I go to visit my cousins, I can get a coat up there, and it's totally different from the coat that I get here.
right,
Yeah.
right, true. Because you
So-
don't have that weather, and even
Exactly.
even like in Florida, they make the houses with the windows are hurricane impact. Whereas you go up north, you don't need a hurricane impact window. So if they got a hurricane up north, they'd be jacked up, and their roofs would probably blow off because we have certain things where the roofs have to be put on a certain way because of the type of weather that we get in the area. So it's kind of interesting. I think I would be concerned about the fact that weather is changing and it's not norm anywhere, you know, and it could very well be where hurricanes and stuff like that we normally see down south happen up north, because it was some storm that they had that was like that, and it was weird because it wasn't something that they would usually have. Whereas, so the houses weren't made; the houses just flattened. I think it was a hurricane that
Right.
went and it got like up Jersey on the Jersey coast, and everything. They just had a rough time. Whereas, like the houses here are built to withstand those kind of winds. So, I don't know. I just feel like everything, God is trying to wake us up. It's so many things that are going on if we just stop and pay attention,
So true. We are definitely in changing and challenging times. Definitely.
Definitely.
That is true.
Definitely. So we had actually
So,
gone.
cousin Howard, how are you? Before we go back on
Yeah.
topic, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm still here kicking.
All right. All right.
Big
I'm glad to
smile
hear
on his
that.
face. Yeah, he's back to his normal self, and we're so glad because last week he was sounding so pitiful. I was like, oh gee, I said you gotta go get checked out. No, go get because he and I'm like, as much as he always laughing and joking, when I talk to him, I was like, oh Jesus. So yes, glad to see that a week has made a difference in your demeanor and how you feel and everything. So that's good.
You could knock me down, but you can't keep me down.
Good. Well, that's how you need to be. Exactly.
Good deal. Good deal.
So we had just actually read the letter.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
And by the way, in case you missed it, Naomi,
Okay, so where are we?
we just read the letter,
We just
and cousin was giving us his thoughts on the letter. So we finished.
did
we
you
had-
did you read the letter?
Oh, okay.
Of
Yes, I
cour-
read the letter.
Of course she did. You're the only one that come unprepared. I don't know why you even answered that question. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
like I was
And I'm not
saying,
saying
Lady
you
P,
do it all the time, but I'm just
be-
saying
be
when
quiet,
it happens.
woman. Be quiet. I was telling Lady P, she had me right up to the part where the boyfriend or the baby daddy just basically rape her. And the way she don't want to come between her daughter and her father, but you cannot keep getting raped because it's rape. If you say no, it's no. Anything outside of that is rape. Right? And for her to be writing this letter talk about basically want her daughter to have a good relationship with her dad, what you gonna do when that baby turns 13, 14, 15 and walk in and see daddy raping you? What you gonna do then? Or God forbid you get pregnant again. You were 41 when you had her. 3 years later, he's still forcing himself on you. What you gonna do then? What excuse you gonna find to tell that baby to explain what she saw? It doesn't make sense to me. I am not one for throwing brothers in jail, but if you're doing wrong, you gotta go do some time. You don't do the crime if you can't do the time. And let the baby know, look, this is what daddy's doing and this is wrong. And I told him to stop, and he doesn't want to stop, so I had to call the police. eh? When he gets out, you want to see your daughter, let's meet at the social worker. Let's meet at the police station. Pick up and drop off there. Eh? I got zero tolerance for BS. Y'all should know that by now. Eh? I don't have that kind of time. If you're gonna ask us a legit question, then ask that. But don't tell us, oh, and every time he comes over, he expects to have sex. He cannot have sex unless you give it up. Bottom line. And if he's taking your clothes off and pinning you down, somewhere in there you enjoying it. Okay? And you got to put a stop to it. You can't let it go on. He does it once, you put a stop to it. Because in life, if I come and crap in your head and you don't say nothing, it's an automatic habit. Automatic. Okay? But if you put a stop to it from day one, because I don't know, she had me up to that point. I was on her side up to that point. But, y'all tell me if I'm wrong or being unreasonable.
Well, you know what? I have a couple thoughts on it, and my first thought is to take it at face value. And at face value, what she's describing as rape. Rape is a crime. And the thing is, she has the power to report being raped to the police. She's got the power to insist on supervised visitation, the power to refuse to allow him in her home, the power to disclose the fact that she has a daughter as well as his behavior to his wife. So she has the power to blow up his world. But then after I did that, I kind of went back and I was looking at something because she said she found out at 4 months pregnant. So that's almost midway through the pregnancy. And she found out at 3 months. But at 4 months, she moved on. But then here we are. Baby got born 5 months later, 3 years down the line. Now the interactions are complicated. When he comes to visit, he expects to have sex with me. So I've made it clear I don't want to have sex with him anymore. So that's now 3 years, 3.5 years past when you found out about him being married and, the wife and the other kids. So when during the 3.5 years did it happen where you don't want to have it? So it wasn't that you were done and you moved on at 4 months pregnant, because some kind of relationship continued, right? And the thing about the wanting her daughter to have contact with the father, I totally understand that. But what I don't understand is him coming over to her house after she was done and moved on at 4 months pregnant. He's coming to visit with the baby, who's now 3, which is the age of my grandson. So I kind of see, how active a 3-year-old is. So he comes to visit and spend time with the baby, and then, you put the baby to sleep, and then, now it's sex time. So I feel like, something went on between 4 months and whenever now, it wasn't that 4 months I'm done, it's over. And now 3.5 years later, twice in the past few months, he forced himself on me. You said you don't want to have sex with him anymore. So something continued. You know what I'm saying? Not that makes anything that he did right, because even if it continued and you said you were done at 4 months and, he talked you into continuing, because, they come up with them lies. They just be liars. I'm just saying. But, you continued. You kept dealing with him. You're 41, so you're already advanced 44. Maternal age. You're having issues in the pregnancy, because I had my last one at 42, so it was a rough pregnancy. I'm just saying. Being that age and all of that stuff. So he was there for you during the, even though you said you were done, he was there at your scan at 3 months. So even like the baby waking up all night. You're not used to that. You had your whole life and dealing with a baby getting up every 2 hours. That's not fun. It's not fun. So however long this continued till you're finally, your eyes are open. You're like, look, he got 3 kids with this lady. He is not trying to leave this lady. So now I'm done. Right? So I would say with that, like looking at that yes, there's some stuff that's missing between 4 months and where we are, where the baby is 3. But even in that, if you said no, no means no. And
Exactly.
I would recommend to, number one, yes, you want to see your daughter, that's fine, but you're not coming to my house. I don't want you at my house. Because you come and you think it's on and popping, and it's not. Even if it was on and popping up till 6 months ago, I don't care. I'm not trying to go there anymore. So because of that, we cutting off you coming to my house. The baby knows you. You've been around for 3 years. We go meet at McDonald's, and you take her in the little play area. And when you done, that's fine. Supervised visitation if it's got to go to that point. I think as far as, telling the wife, that to me sounds like I'm going to get him back. I'm going to pay. Bottom line is, that's not real. I wouldn't even worry about anything with telling the wife. I would worry about my safety. And if I said this, then now we're going to have a conversation. We're having supervised visitation. I'll get children and families involved, something. And if you're not agreeable with that, then, I'm going to have to go report what you've done. I mean, I think that there's some other issues that you need to really talk to someone about. There's some things I think that are left out, but I think you need to have someone talk to you so you can talk through and really hear what you're saying, because I think you have a little bit of confusion. I mean, going back to your daddy issues where your father wasn't in your life, and, you don't want that to be a case, because I've seen it. I know actually someone who had kids for a dude, and I think she was having the second one when she found out that he had a whole nother family. And that second one now is 16. The first one is 18, and she's still dealing with this dude, and he still got his other family. And now her kids at 16 and 18 know. And it's like, so how you going to tell them, don't do this, don't do that? And they're like, well, mama, you still messing with this dude that got a whole nother family that live 2 miles away. You know what I'm saying? So, as your child grows up, it's going to be difficult because they're going to find out that you are the jump off. I'm just saying, So talk to someone, individual therapy, I think, to talk about some issues and address what needs to happen. And then if you need to have someone with you when you speak to him, because, maybe he's one of those ones that is manipulative, can get you to, you say, well, this is this, and then all of a sudden, well, you know how they have them ones that be trying to get you to change your mind, and, in a moment of weakness, because it's hard being a single parent, especially a single parent for the first time in your 40s is not fun. When you have one child, all they want is your attention 24/7. You don't get a break, especially when they're that small. So, and then to do that later on in life, it's not easy. It's not fun. So, I mean, I guess she's figuring, well, at least she gets some help from him, with the child, and that's good. He want to see the child. I would hope he's helping pay some things, but, she doesn't say that in there. But honestly, I feel like she needs some individual therapy to kind of talk through some of the issues she has and come up with a game plan, because you need a game plan, and you need to see it on paper step by step so that you can kind of stay the course. And that's just my thoughts. Naomi?
I'm gonna be honest, I almost didn't tune in because of this letter. I got married late in life, and I went through this with my son's father. And so I see it from a totally different standpoint. And so it wasn't the other family and everything, but it was that our relationship was a no, and that's what she's saying. Their relationship was a no, but she still wanted the child to have a relationship with the father, and that's how it was with me.
Okay.
And so my son's father would come over, and I got to the point where I said, I'm not going to keep doing this just so you can see the child, because as a mother, we want our child to have a relationship with their father.
Right.
And if this is the case for this letter writer, if you did this because you wanted your child to have a relationship with their father, what I had to realize is that it could not be at my expense.
Okay.
His relationship with his daughter, the child, cannot be at your expense, because you still don't guarantee a relationship. You guarantee the fact that he comes over.
Okay. Yeah.
You're not guaranteeing a relationship, and that's what I had to come to realize and understand. So I did the hard thing. The night that he pinned me down on the couch and had his way with me after I said no, I had to make a decision, because he was providing stuff for us. And I knew that if I said no, the stuff would go away. And the stuff went away.
Okay.
But if this is your situation, reader, letter writer, I want you to know that the situation goes away.
Uh-oh, you froze.
What
Naomi,
happened?
she froze. And it says poor network. Hopefully we can get her back, because I definitely want to hear the rest of her thoughts. Because, yeah, what she says, yeah, you came back now. Okay, go ahead, please, Naomi.
Okay, so fast forward, my son ended up with a long-time relationship with his father. His father ended up with a totally different level of respect for me. And he passed last August. And he went to his grave with that respect for me.
Okay.
And I know it was because of what I had to allow happen.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I encourage you, if that is the situation that you're in, I encourage you to take that bold step. And if it's because you're afraid that he may cut off and that your child may suffer, your child is suffering. Your child is suffering now in a way that you don't even realize.
I'm with you on that, because he's coming over there not for the child, but he's coming over there for what he's going to get after the child goes to sleep. Right? And a lot of people believe, oh, well, I got to tolerate this because he's giving me money for the kid. No, you don't. Right? I'm a firm believer in the man upstairs don't give you more than you can handle. And if he gave you that baby, he knows you can handle that baby on your own. Right? And like Lady P said earlier, you want to see the child? No problem. Let's meet at McDonald's. Let's meet at the police station. Let's, somewhere in open public.
But probably that she knows that it's not that he wants to see the child, that he's just trying to use that as an excuse, Naomi, we have a comment in the live for you. It says, Naomi, did he ever apologize to you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All
Several
right.
times over.
Okay. That's good.
Sincerely.
Because when he got more mature, he saw that what he was doing was wrong.
Well, when he, I hate to say it, but a man will go as far as you allow him to go.
True.
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 And that's what I had to realize. but when it came down to it. And just like she said, and just like Cousin Howard said, if I would have let that happen again, he would have tried it again.
Mm-hmm.
He would have tried it again.
Because once you let a person get away with something once, it becomes an automatic habit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first thing, why are you tripping? You let me do it the last time.
Yeah. And I can't stress enough to the letter writer that you will make it. You will make it. My son never knew until he got older that had even happened. You know, if we go somewhere, I just get a big meal and we split it. You know, we did things like that. We would have no meat days, and he thought it was just so much fun, but I was stretching. And we call it No Meat Mondays. And then it would be No Meat Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you know.
Right.
And he'd just sit down, okay, is this No Meat Day? And I'd be like, yep, this No Meat Day. You know, but we made it. And we made it well, and God blessed me well.
Because
He
like I
blessed me
always
very
say,
well.
God don't give you more than you can handle. A lot of people, they look at life and like, man, I'm struggling. You know, I should sue my child's father for XYZ. God will take you through stuff that you wouldn't believe. And when you come out on the other side and you look back, all you can do is look up and say, that was you.
One of the reasons
Yeah.
he takes you.
And there's a difference between a bad man and a desperate man. That's what I
Exactly.
want. It's a desperate man that goes to those measures.
And use the baby's mom like that, you know, or trying to be man and like, yeah, man, I hit that when I want. No, you don't. You rape that when you want. There's a difference. If she give it up freely, take her clothes off and say, come on, that's different. But if you go over there and pin her down and tear off her clothes, that's rape. Bottom line. You know, and that's not healthy for nobody. Not for her, not for the child, and in the long run, not for him. See? Because then he get away with it with you, and he's going to go try it with somebody else. And God forbid that somebody else might pull a gun and put a couple holes in him. You know, then everybody going to be, man, you know, I thought she loved him. Really? You didn't know he was raping her? You know? But people got to wake up. You know?
The thing is,
You got...
some men, like you said, it was about being desperate. Some men do stuff like that for control, right?
That's true.
Even rape that happens in marriage is for control, you know. And you know, I went through some things at the end of my marriage. It was not nice, but I feel like God has you go through things so that once you come through, you can help someone else and let them know that I made it. I didn't die, even though, you know, it was not pleasant, and so that we can help other people. So I really hope that this letter writer will listen to really what Naomi has to say. And it's going to be hard because, yeah, if it is that he's helping in whatever kind of way, it's going to be hard, but you'll feel so much better because this thing has beat you down. It has. And the fact that you wrote us this letter is a cry for help. And, you know, we don't want to leave you out there with still not knowing what to do. I mean, I just, oof, yeah. Definitely.
Also, you're now around 43 or 44, and he's now around 32 or 33.
Right.
He still had, and he has 4 to 5 kids. He still has some maturing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
he still has some maturing to do. And the fact that he says he's so happy to have a quote unquote black baby.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Those
suggest.
are just words. You're so happy to have a black baby. What?
Right.
Because
what?
what?
What is it that you are trying to do with the baby? Are you trying to really establish a relationship with the baby when she's in secret? Because, like the example I was giving you of the person I knew where she's got the two girls, that guy's mother doesn't even know about them. You know, no one knows about the kids. And like I said, one of them is over 18. You know, so she could, you know, just go show up on her grandmother's doorstep and just tell her, hey, you know, your son is my father. You know, who knows? But like all this time, they've been kept hidden, a secret. You know, so what does that do to them as girls? You know, so it's just a whole. It's
Mess.
a whole, yeah, it is. But at this point, you know, while the child is 3, before it ends up being a habit, because yeah, it will end up being a habit, and each time you just feel worse and worse about yourself, you know. And we don't want that. We want you to find a therapist that you can talk through all the issues, be truthful, be honest, be transparent with them so that they can help you get enough stamina to be able to do what has to be done at this point, so that you'll be okay and your daughter will be okay, because she's watching you. And the last thing that you want is when she becomes an adult to get into a relationship like that. You know, you don't want that for her. And she's going to watch more of what you do than what you say, what you put up with than what you tell her not to put up with. So that's my thought on it. And this was kind of depressing, this letter.
That's true.
But you know what? It's life, and you know, people are going through stuff. It is. They are, and you know, it's not always, life is not always fun and games and laughter. You know, there's the good times and there the rainy days, and you know, we want to be able to help on whatever level that we can. So, with that in mind, any final thoughts?
Naomi?
Oh, just if you do go talk to a therapist, just understand that you don't know everything, and allow what comes out to come out as that therapist does intake. Don't try and hold it back. You may say some things that you didn't even realize would come out, and just allow it to. I would definitely say that.
Allow it
There's
to
no
flow
judgment on you when you talk to someone. There's no judgment, and that's what I have to tell my clients all the time. There's no judgment.
Right.
You enter into a no judgment zone, so you do have a safe place to talk. And when you have that place, things will come out that you don't realize. You know, it may be a false sense of security of knowing that you have that man around when you really don't have that man around. And you won't know that until you begin to talk.
Right. True.
Yeah, and remember, there's always people out there that either been through or going through the same thing. You know, so you'd be surprised, maybe one of your friends is going through that, right? Or somebody that as an associate. I'm not telling you to go talk to that person, but you know, like these ladies said, find a therapist. And a therapist cannot judge you and cannot go back and repeat nothing that was said during session. You know? But get some help. and stop the abuse, because that's abuse. Abuse come in many forms. Okay? So listen to what we said, take what you know, and please, for the love of God, get some help. Okay? You don't want your daughter growing up seeing that and believe, oh, that's fine, you know. If I have a baby with Joe Blow, he can come over and take it whenever he wants, because I have a baby with him. No, that's not how life works. So, please, I'm begging you, seek help before this goes much farther.
Yeah.
And I wish you all the best. I really do.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So, on that note, we are going to end, but just to share with you, Naomi, I don't know if I told you when you first came on, but for 2 weeks straight, Team Pink has won the Battle of the Sexes, and basically we that means we won the whole month. So they got scared and talking about they don't even want to do a Battle of the Sexes next week because we already won the month. And I'm like, well, don't you want to get on the board? Or are you scared that if we win next week, it's a blowout? I mean, what's going on? And
Really?
yeah,
That's what you gathered from that?
Yes,
Wow.
so I just wanted to share with you that Team Pink prevailed. And the thing that was interesting is that tonight our Team Pink contestant didn't use any lifelines. She knew all the questions. I was like, what? And then Team Blue used 2 lifelines because starting last week we allowed them to have, Cousin Howard as a lifeline, or they can choose someone in their household or if it's something in the chat. And he used both his lifelines, so it went to a tiebreaker. And in the tiebreaker, just like last week, Team Pink prevailed. So, I just want to leave us on that note that we've got girl power, that we done won the whole month of February anyway. And if we win next week, it's a blowout. And you see Cousin Howard got on red. He knew he was supposed to wear pink today. But, we're going to give him a pass on that. Next week, we want to see the pink. Because the last time...
I was about to say that. I was about to say that. Why is he in red and not pink?
Ben had on like something that was kind of pinkish, but it really wasn't pink. But Cousin Howard ain't even try. And I know he going to try to say, well, he wasn't there last week and, Jamie did it. But he knew because I told him. So he knew they lost. But it's okay because next week, and don't say you don't have anything pink. And the thing that's funny is that before we were streaming the shows and we were just doing it on the station, we had an episode and they lost. And what I used to do, and I've gotten much better in the 4 years that we've been doing the show, what I used to do is that when they lost, every day that next week I would wear something pink and I'd talk about they lost. But I don't do that anymore. But I used to do that back then. So when he lost, I said, okay, now you're going to have to wear something pink and, say something. He's like, I don't wear pink. And he was saying it all hard. And we were like, well, that sounded a little, what's up with that? Why would you be concerned about wearing pink? Because when we told Ben last week, Ben was like, yeah, I got a couple pink things in the wardrobe. But Cousin Howard was like, I don't wear pink. And we was like, okay, boo-boo.
Really?
So I had to actually give him a Team Pink shirt so he had something pink to wear. So now at this point, he can't claim he has nothing pink to wear. So we expect, Cousin Howard, you to have on your, I voted for Team Pink in the Battle of the Sexes. I'm just saying. That's what we're expecting. So for next week, Naomi, we're going to be looking for Cousin to be wearing that pink. All right?
It's good to me, and that's the end of February. You need to win because March is Women's Month to start with, so you already starting off in trouble.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
And they were talking so much junk when they won in January. Just all this junk, especially Cousin, because Cousin plays so much that when we had Ben's wife come on last week, she was looking for him because she said, I want to meet Cousin Howard because I heard so much about him. So Cousin wasn't there last week. So tonight she got a chance to meet him because she helped Ben with the last question. She came and he got it right to him. I told her, I said, listen, we got to do that solidarity. I know that's your husband, but next time you need to make sure that you give him a wrong answer because the women gotta stick together. Cause I told her, I said, they just be picking on me. You know, I don't even know what I do to deserve it. But you know, the two of them get together, they just horrible to me. I'm just saying. So anyway, we're gonna end on that note, talking about the Battle of the Sexes, and that we did win. So next week, cousin, we do expect pink, please and thank you. And we will see if you guys can get on the board for the month of February. If not, it is what it is. I'm just saying. So on that note, you don't have nothing else to say? So you have nothing else to say?
I gotta wait for next week when J-Man is back.
That's not gonna help you. It's you and Ben. What J-Man gonna do? I'm not scared of J-Man, and I know he's not gonna be able to see the show to go see it afterwards. I'll probably send him a clip of this saying, "I'm not scared of you, J-Man. Whatever. I don't care what cousin say." So I'm saying it so that it's recorded, so I can send this portion of the show to him, because I'm not scared. But anyway, guys, it was a great show. I hope that, like I said, we were able to help our letter writer. We ended talking about the Battle of the Sexes so we can end on a funny note, but cousin, we serious about that pink. I'm just saying. So anyway, you guys have an awesome week. I'm so glad your water came back on. I'm sure that's a relief. And you know, as Houston continues to deal with the aftermath, hopefully, yeah, because I'm sure it's like down here, hurricane season, nothing in the stores because everybody done bought everything out. So now you got to figure out, you know, just the basic things that you can even get from the stores right now. So wish you all the best this week. Hopefully everything kind of works itself out. Cousin, if you have a problem finding that pink shirt, I'm sure I have a couple more things I could send to you that you could put on this pink, but they might be women clothes, so, but they are pink. I'm just saying.
You would just love that, wouldn't you?
I sure would. Oh my gosh, I would. I would post it everywhere. I sure would. But anyway, you guys have an awesome week, and we will see you on the 28th. Hopefully our next letter won't be as deep. It'll be something a little, you know, more lighthearted, you know. So we will see, but we'll see you next time. Bye. Everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, okay. So, guys, this has been an episode of the New Relationship Show. We are so glad that you were able to join us. We hope that you enjoyed the show. Yes, the letter was a little deep, but you know what? We need to go there sometimes because these things happen in life. So, we hope that you have a great week ahead. We hope that everything that you try to do is successful. And we will see you 7 p.m. next Sunday, the 28th. New Relationship Show, all right? Take care. Bye-bye.
$96.2, the smoke. Grown Folks Radio with Lady